Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out of here before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here in the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. There are live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place. So let's meet the cappers, and then we'll get right to the picks because we don't mess around here on the Drive-Thru. Let's say hello to Brian, who's having a monster past 12 months. Brian, what's going on?
No, can't complain. It's been a good year for me, but 14-5 all sports run. Going to try to carry that through the weekend. I love the card today. Usually Friday is my kryptonite, but I'm ready to go and sweep the board tonight.
Let's do that. Let's say hello to Kirk. Kirk, what's going on?
Not much. Finally on winning ways. Had a big week so far, so just looking to continue that.
Yeah, we'll see how it rolls there. Wayne is en route. We'll get Wayne here pretty soon. He's just getting in. Let's say hello to Javon. Javon, what's happening?
What's going on? Got a kind of a light card today. 3 NBA games on a Friday. I don't know what's going on with the NBA, but hey, they just had back-to-back 9 game slates, so I guess they're trying to load up for the weekend. I didn't even look at the weekend card. I'm just
tomorrow there's 14. So tomorrow there's 14 games.
So, right. So unpredictable NBA schedule, I guess. Because Friday nights are usually big NBA nights. But we got some college basketball, handful of games, and gearing up for tomorrow.
Yep,
that big slate.
I think we got that ABC game tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what they do at this time of the year. ABC when there's no Saturday NFL.
Oh yeah.
8:30
Rivalry week. Yeah.
There you go. That's when the NBA really starts. This Saturday after there's no football is usually when you start the marquee matchups at 8:30 on ABC. So get ready for that. I'll run over to Kevin. Kevin, what's happening?
Oh, it's been a crappy 3 days in college basketball for me, but I'm still in the plus. And we got some great Big 10 games today with Michigan, Purdue, Iowa, and Penn State. If you're a fan of scoring, you're going to see, I think, a lot of scoring tonight in these games.
Yep, I called the Friday night the games off Broadway. UCLA again off Broadway. We can't get them on weekends anymore, but it's all right. It's all right. So let's. Wayne is on his way, so we'll get started here. We'll start to look at this NBA card. It's a small one. We're going to cover it all in one block. So let's get to the games here. NBA here. This card for Friday, and these are the 3 games we'll cover for tonight. They will be Trailblazers and Hornets. Charlotte down to 1.5. Boy, this is crashed down. Total sits 217. We'll get some information for you in a second there. Cavs 10.5 on the road against the Sixers. Total 228.5. We got Grizzlies 11. I've seen 12s early this morning. It's down to 11. Total 244. Let's take a look at this injury report to see what's going on here because that's a massive move here on the on Portland. And let's first take a look here at this Cleveland game. We've got LeVert, Mobley, Okoro, Travers out for Cleveland. Drummond, Embiid, Lowry, C. Martin, KJ Martin here for Philadelphia. Portland and Charlotte. Here is the news here. Lamella Ball out. No ball for Charlotte tonight. That explains the line move. Bridges is out. Trey Mann is out. And remember their rookie, I always forget his name. He broke his, Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller broke his wrist. He's out for the season. So who's going to score for the Charlotte team? Well, fortunately, they got Portland on the schedule tonight because they have trouble scoring themselves. But Seth Curry there is probable. And on the Pelicans and Memphis, Ingram, Jones, and Zion out. Memphis side, we got LaRavia, Smart, Spencer Williams out. Santi Aldama, who's been giving him some scoring this year off the bench, questionable. And John Morant hits the injury report late. That's as questionable. He was absent from the shoot-around. He has an illness. Didn't he have one not too long ago? Well, he's got an illness, which
Friday
means,
night fever.
yeah, if he doesn't show up, that could be contagious. So that could be if they don't want you around the shoot-around. That could be contagious. So keep an eye here, Morant, a late addition to the injury report with an illness, and that's all they say. And so we'll see how that rolls. So let's get this one underway here we'll start off with Javon.
Yeah, so, I mean, I can only look towards the under in the Trailblazers on this game. Too many missing pieces for Charlotte. And, the thing about Portland is they're the type of team that, they're not real good at shooting the basketball. They have a bunch of streaky shooters. And their pace of players and, that swift. So I think it all lines up to some under cashing. I wouldn't take a side at this point. It's basically a guessing game, considering the latest developments, and I'm I'm on the Sixers. Um, no, even if Mobley was there, I think I don't know, the 76ers, they're just so bad right now, and they haven't, not only have they not won, but they haven't even covered a lot of these games. I believe only like one in the last maybe 10, if memory serves me correct. But I think in this spot, you know, being at home, 10 and a half, 11, going up against a Cleveland team who would, they are missing a little bit of production. Um, I would give the Sixers a shot. It's a lean at best. It's nothing to write home about. And as far as the total in the New Orleans and Memphis game, these two teams they're scoring left and right. So it's a big total. It's about 6 or 7 points more than what their last game was between these two, because these two teams have already played each other twice this season. But I would only take the over. I would only look towards the over in that game.
There from Javon. DraftKings now has Portland favored one. Everybody else is Charlotte 1 or 1.5. So there's one book here with Portland favored in that game. Let's move on next on over to Brian.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was all ready to give out the Charlotte Hornets. I had my reasoning in my head that I wanted to list out, but I don't like the line move. So I'm going to switch and steal Javon's game. I think and I don't just like it, I think he should have used it as a premium. You saw the Philadelphia 76ers, 9 straight non-covers, much like the Miami Hurricanes tomorrow in college hoops. The Cleveland Cavaliers, one of the most heavily bet teams in the NBA, especially all day today, and this line really hasn't moved off of 10.5. Sixers home dog on a Friday night. I think they get the cover. I'll take the Sixers.
There from Brian. All right, next up we move on over to Kevin.
I'm going to have to agree with Javon and Brian. 76ers for the last 5 against the Cavs at home. I think that LeVert being out is huge here. I know Mobley's out, but I think LeVert is probably the pot. What do you want to say?
The straw that stirs the drink.
Yeah.
The straw that
there
stirs
you
the
go.
drink.
The straw that stirs the drink. Yep. I think the 76ers are used to their bench playing so much. So I think with Oubre, Maxey, and George, and we're going to look at George over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going to see a lot of Dean Wade in this game, and I think he can manhandle Dean there. Portland, they're on that back-to-back. I know that now everyone's out for the Hornets. So what I'm looking at is Donovan Clingan. I think he's going to get more playing minutes because he didn't get to play yesterday. So he's going to be fresh. So we can get him over 15.5 points plus rebounds, minus 113 at FanDuel.
There from Kevin. Just a note here, one team on a back tomorrow. All 5 of the remaining teams will be playing tomorrow. So this is a front end of a back-to-back for the 5 other teams on this schedule tonight. Next up on over to Kirk.
Yeah, I'm on the Pelicans here. I think they match up very well with the Grizzlies. And if Jaw's out, I like it even more. I think this game's going to be very close in the fourth. I know the Grizzlies have been really good at home. With a couple role players out, I think this is going to be a close game here. Pelicans have been without Zion and Ingram for most of the season, and they're starting to play a little bit better. So double digits with the Grizzlies is not where I want to be here. And then I'm going to take the Trailblazers. They've actually been playing some pretty good basketball as of late. I don't know who's going to score for this Hornets team. You're probably going to need 30 from a guy like Caleb Martin or something like that, and that's just not going to happen. So give me the Trailblazers in that one.
And there from Kirk, yeah, I'm going to stay away from that Charlotte game myself. Miles Bridges has been someone who's been putting up some points for them, but he's out as well. So that makes it very difficult here to touch this Portland. And Portland's on a back-to-back, right? So Ayton is out, the rim protector. So I'm going to go El Paso there on that one. I'm going to have to look at Cleveland. I can't. This Sixers outfit. You got this guy Yabusele in the lineup. Some of the guys don't even have profile pictures when you look at some of their scores. I mean, it's gotten really bad there for Philly. They do have Maxey in there. Boy, Gordon's still in the league. Wow. George is in there, but I got to look at the front line. You got Wade and Allen rim protecting. Garland in there's put up some points. Mitchell's there. Strus could hit a 3. I'll go ahead and look at Cleveland in that spot. And I'm with Kirk there with the Pelicans. Morant's the question mark, but again, Murray, McCollum, Trey Murphy, Misty's a guy who can scrap a little bit. I'll take him plus the 11 in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we're ready to switch on over to college hoops for tonight. Limited card tonight, so from college basketball, and what we'll do here, covered in 2 blocks because we do have some late games tonight. So the way we'll do it here, let me get the odds screen up right now. We'll do it here from the games from 6:30 to 8:30. We'll cover in the first block here at 6:30 to 8:30. The games covered in this block will be, as you can see, there is a game. There is a game in progress right now between Toledo and Bowling Green. Kent and Ohio. That's also part of this slate for today. Villanova, Marquette, teams in the Big East. We see this game come down a little bit. It was 9.5 in the morning, now down to 9 here for Marquette. Then, of course, you see the Horizon League, a lot of the smaller conferences in action. Good A-10 game between Dayton and St. Joe's. Dayton at 4 now, total 144. This Michigan-Purdue game, Purdue down to 3.5. I saw 4.5 this morning. So the money, Michigan's been getting a little bit of money here. VCU, wow, look at that, 12.5 against St. Bonnie. St. Bonnie's had a promising start to the season, kind of a little stumbled here in conference play. Penn State and Iowa. Iowa here laying 3.5 here, total 168. Iowa's had some struggles of late. UCLA and Washington on the road. This one here has come down some, right? It's down to what? Yeah, I saw as much as 6 and 5s now. UCLA 4.5 for 138. But we're not going to go that far. We're not going to go that far in this slot. My mistake here. We're going to stop here. We're going to stop at the 8 o'clock games. So let's get this one underway here with Jovan.
Let me just pull this up real fast. Yeah, tough slate considering I didn't already have a few things on the menu on it. That Horizon League between Milwaukee and NKU, it's a tough one, but I'm gonna lean towards the home dog, the slight home dog. NKU not faring so well this season, but Milwaukee, they kind of been running roughshod in that league, but I think in this particular spot, I think NKU can get it done. I think the North is the play right there. Really no deep analysis as far as that goes. I would just like to be on that side, on that home dog side, for them to get it done. It might look like it's too many points, but I'm on Marquette. Marquette's not the the thing about Marquette is when you have them in this range, or especially double digits, you might want to fade them. But at home, given the fact that they have smacked up Villanova in past meetings, in this spot, and Villanova not really doing too good as of late, I think it's a Marquette play. I think they blow them out, 15 to 20 points, one of those type of deals. And I gotta lean Iowa. I know Iowa's coming off, a couple bad games, but Penn State, they haven't looked like any great shakes neither, So with this line being the way it is, and the home team usually getting it done in this series. If you look at the last, I believe like 6 or 7 games, the home team has got it done each and every time. It's the Hawkeyes, and this calls for Fran McCaffrey to, the hang it up, to retire. They're not going to fire him, so it's really going to be his call, but I think they get it done in this one. I think that they rise up. Offense hasn't looked too well as of late. Along with their defense, I think their offense gets it done in this one.
Yeah, from Jovan. Next up, we move on over to Brian.
Yeah, me and Jovan pretty much simpatico, at least for the first 2 games that he discussed. I think the best of the early grouping for me is the Northern Kentucky Norse. They've lost 4 straight games straight up. They haven't covered 6 of the last 7. I like to buy in on low on teams, and this Northern Kentucky team don't get they don't get much lower than that. 4-14 ATS this season, one of the worst cover teams. I've seen action on Milwaukee pretty much all day, and this line hasn't budged off of 1.5. I like the home dog. I think Marquette just pounds Villanova. Villanova just doesn't have it this season. Marquette at home, they need a resume win in the double digits, I believe. And I think getting it at -9, I think you're safe.
From Brian, next up, we move on over to Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Brian and on the Marquette. I think people still living in the past with Villanova being the top Big East team, and the 9 points is in the public. I see this one as a double-digit loss. And Marquette just lost at home to Xavier. This is their first home game since that loss. They're going to come out highly motivated here. And then Michigan and Purdue, the last three have gone way over. This total set at 151. Michigan adding Golden and those guys, this team's big, and Purdue now plays more guards because, no Edey. So I think that's going to go over 151 pretty easy. So give me the over.
Over from Kevin. Next up, we move on over to Kirk.
Yeah, I was definitely more confident in Nova before all the other guys went against them, but it's still a lean on Nova for me here.
Sometimes you have to be on the island.
Yeah, I guess I'm on the island. Anyways, yeah, I'm on Nova here. I think Big East will be up for this game. Team they see a lot in the past. And they haven't lost an away game by more than 12 points in the last 5 games. So I think they keep this one within single digits. I'm going to take Nova here with the points.
There from Kirk. I tell you what I think here about these games here. I'm going to look under here with Kent and Ohio. Kent away from home gone under in all 10 of their games on neutrals and on the road as they defended very well in those games. And looking at Ohio, a very good team that defends the paint very well. I like the under in that one. Also in this, what else we got here? St. Joe's and Dayton. I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with Dayton. I know the numbers come down here. The Flyers have shot the ball very well on their home court. The Hawks over the past 5 games just hitting 43% there. I like that one there. I'm also going to lay it here with Purdue in this spot. Looking at the Boilermakers, 4th in offensive efficiency. They make their threes. Very strong shooting team inside as well. They've shot 50% in conference. They've covered 7 of 9 in the Big Ten. I'll look at the Purdue in this spot. To me, this is a get-right spot for Iowa. They've been smacked around pretty badly of late, and they lose to Minnesota. The Penn State team is just really bad offensive. 13th in offensive efficiency on the year, 12th on the defensive side. So poor on both ends of the court. We know the Hawkeyes can shoot the ball, just outscore them here and cover by margin. I like Iowa as well in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. We'll show you the games we'll be covering here. The final 3 games at the late slate here tonight will be St. Bonnie's and VCU. We see VCU still 12.5, total 134.5. Penn State and Iowa. I gave it out, shouldn't have. All right, here we go. This one here, Iowa 3.5, total 168. UCLA and Washington. UCLA's come down here to 4.5. Total sits here at 138. We get this block started off here with Javon.
Yeah, I did the same thing, Tony. Giving out Iowa. So, I'm on Washington. These two teams are old Pac-12 buddies. So, they're used to playing each other. Couple times a year. It's really been mostly all UCLA all the time. But in this part, I'm gonna take a shot with the Huskies. Not faring too well this season. 4-6 in their last 10 straight up. 5-game losing streak. But they did get the cover at Oregon last game. It was a 13-point spread, but so it's not as low as this one. But they're home dogs, and when you're a home dog, and you're not faring so well, you're gonna get up for it, especially against the Bruins. So I just think this is a not a get right spot, but like a get up and a get up spot for these guys. I don't know if they get it all the way done, but I think it's gonna be one of those 1-possession games. UCLA, the problem with them is they, a lot of times they can't put the the ball in the bucket. So that's their problem. They're more of a defensive laden team, so they might have trouble, going to Seattle, to play these guys. So that's what I'm banking on in this one. So I'm on Washington.
There from Javon. All right, next up we move on over to Brian.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm just going to keep on agreeing with Jovan here. You got to take the Washington Huskies. UCLA just not the same team on the road. 1-3 on the road this year. Huskies much better at home, 8-4 straight up. Both these teams not great at covering. UCLA, I think, even worse lately against the number. I'll take the points with Washington. I think it's a one-possession game.
From Brian. All right, next up we move on over to Kevin.
Yeah, VCU and the Bonnies played on New Year's Eve, and it was 75-77. We're getting 12 points, and we're getting a total of 134.5. Give me the under. I think the public's going to be all over the over just from the results of that game alone. And VCU at home, we know they are one hell of a defense. This one goes under 134.5.
From Kevin. Next up, we move on over to Kirk.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat as Kevin here. Just looking at the Bonnies' recent games, they haven't scored more than 63 points in any of their last 3 games. I think this goes way under. I think the Bonnies are going to struggle to score. Give me the under as well in that one.
There from Kirk. Or I'll tell you what I think here about these games here at this slot. Yeah, I'm going to take the points with the Bonnies here. The Bonnies have defended well away from home. Get them off their court. The whole team's at 41% shooting. They've covered 8 of 10 away from home. Rams a bit of a struggle shooting the basketball over their past 5, just 43% there. Yeah, I'm going to take Washington. UCLA, as I think was one of the cappers said here, with either Kevin or Brian or Javon, that UCLA just has trouble getting the ball in the basket. We saw them against Rutgers, couldn't make shots. We saw them against Nebraska, couldn't make shots. Against Maryland, couldn't make shots, and here they go. All you got to do. And Washington, you look at the film from those games on the road. UCLA doesn't like being guarded. You just pressure them, and they don't respond very well. Put a little pressure on those shooters, they're not going to make shots. They're going to try to use their athleticism to create space, but at home, just get in their face, and they're going to have trouble making shots. That's really all you got to do against UCLA. One thing we learned about that team when you saw them on the road in those 3 Big Ten games is that situation there. Pressure them. They fold up like a cheap suit. That's all I can tell you there about UCLA. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we got you through the college basketball card. And now we'll turn our attentions over to the NHL for tonight. I got a bigger card here from NHL. Let's bring up the NHL right now, if we will, as we'll cover the games here tonight on the slate. Let me take a look, see what we got. I think we had a bigger than usual card. No, we don't. We only have a 4-game schedule tonight from the NHL, so I thought it was larger than that. Okay, 4-game card, and we'll cover all the games here in the slot here for you guys. Let's see. Games covered. The coverage will include here Golden Knights and Stars. We see the Stars $1.48, total of 6. Flyers and Islanders $1.52, total 5.5. Lightning and Blackhawks, Lightning $2.33, total 6.5. Hockey Club and Jets. We got the Jets here $2.26, total 5.5. We'll start this one out here with Brian.
Oh, it's tough getting one of these as a free pick, but I think I'll go with the Vegas Knights here. Both these teams haven't been tremendous, but Vegas really needs to win. They're coming off a win against St. Louis, but before that, 4 straight losses. Minus 145, minus 150, a lot for Dallas Stars at home. I don't like laying juice in hockey. I'll take the Vegas Knights here on the money line.
There you go from Brian. Next up on over to Kevin.
Yeah, those Flyers screwed me yesterday, allowing 6 goals to the Rangers as I was sitting on that under 6. So now they got to face the Islanders on a back-to-back. Islanders have won 2 in a row, and if you look past, the Flyers have lost all 3 of their last second of their back-to-backs. Give me the Islanders in that one. And I'm going to throw a little bit on the Blackhawks. I think the rest in Tampa Bay, 0-2 on their 4-game road trip. I'll take a little bit with the Blackhawks here.
Breaking news here, Morant out for Memphis here. Let's take a look at the line now. This one has moved. Memphis now 9-point favorite. Morant out. Aldama also out for Memphis. So some scorers out there in that game. This is breaking right now. So there'll be a bit of a shorthanded. Add Seth Curry out on the Charlotte side there. So that's your latest update on the injuries, and we got you through. Let's see we'll see if Kirk's got his skates on today. He's muted.
Skating away.
I guess he's skating away. You got no sound there, Kirk. You got to get the mute on. Maybe we can't hear you. Maybe sign off, sign back in. Maybe that could correct the issue there. So we'll wait for Kirk to come back. See, we'll next segment here will be our Parlay peripheral segment. What we do is we give you our parlay, or we can also give you a game from the future. We can also give you a game, a player prop. We'll see. Kirk, you got skates on tonight?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, I was just saying I pulled a Joe Vaughn and had my first premium. So we're 1-0 in the NHL, but I do have a premium tonight, so that's the only game I looked at. But nothing to give out here.
All right, it's got a premium, guys, so keep an eye there on that. All right, now it's time for our parlay segment, peripheral segments. We'll start off with Javon here on the parlay.
So we're going to roll with these totals in the NBA, and that would be Trailblazers and Hornets under, Pelicans and Grizzlies over, 2-teamer. I'll throw out another one, Marquette and Washington.
There you go. From
two-teamers.
Two-teamers there from Javon. Next up, we move on over to Brian.
I was going to go with the 3-game parlay. I'm going to take Northern Kentucky plus the points, Washington Huskies plus the points, and Marquette laying the points against Villanova.
There from Brian. And next up, we move on over to Kevin.
Give me Paul George over to 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Marquette laying the 9, and then the Islanders on the money line.
There we go from Kevin. Next up, we move on over to Kirk.
Give me the Blazers money line and the Pelicans with the points. 2-teamer.
2-teamer there from Kirk. I tell you what I think here with my 3-teamer tonight. I'll look at on the 3-teamer. I will go with Dayton Flyers, with Iowa, and Washington Huskies there with my 3-teamer tonight. All right, we got you through the parlay segment. So let's see what we got brewing over at Pick Dawgz for tonight's action. Of course, lots going on over the weekend here with the NFL returning. Big card from college basketball tomorrow. NBA with a 14-game card tomorrow. So we have lots going on. So let's take a look at what the Cappers have going on over at Pick Dawgz Premium. So we'll take a look at Kirk. Kirk has been hot over the last 7 days. What do you got going over at the site?
Yeah, as I said, got my NHL play up and NBA play up tonight, and I already got 5 soccer plays, 8-3 in my last 11 soccer plays, so I got a 5-pack up for tomorrow. Really been hot on that, and I'll have a ton of NBA and probably some college basketball as well. Sunday, NFL, so good time to hop on something long-term.
That's right. Long-term, guys, get on board with Kirk over at Pick Dawgz Premium. We see the great results from Kirk, so get on board. Let's take a look at Brian's got for sale over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Brian, over the past 12 months, over 6,000 units of profit, all verifiable. Just go to Brian's Handicapper page, go to Pick History. Every play is documented over on the site. What do you got for sale, Brian?
Right now, ranked number 2, last 365 at pickdawgz.com. Units in all, plus money units in all sports. 149 and 95, 61% run. You can get my best bet in college hoops tonight, my titanium play, $25 at pickdawgz.com, or pair up all 3 of my best bets in college basketball, where I'm hitting 63% on the year. My square dance and 3-pack, $50 at pickdawgz.com, or pair me up with one of the handicappers. You're a great time to get a 3-day pass, because you're going to get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all included, so make sure you check it out.
Check it out here. Get on board with the Brian over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Let's take a look at what Kevin Thomas has brewing over at Pick Dawgz Premium. As Kevin has put together impressive numbers here in college basketball for this season.
Yep, tonight you can still get on that college basketball total of the month, Big Ten, or my hidden gem for $19. And like Brian said, that 3-day pass, that's going to get you the NFL playoffs. So that's a huge deal to take advantage of right there. But partner me up with any of these great guys on this show, because everyone's doing phenomenal work. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong here with Kevin over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Go ahead and get signed up. Let's take a look at what Javon has for sale over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Javon's also put together impressive numbers here in college hoops. Over 1,900 units of profit, all documented.
Yeah, and I'm ready to start off the weekend on a hot note. Got 4 college basketball plays and 1 NBA play that's going to make a 5-pack. I got some of those individually sold as well, so if you just want a one-off, look on that. Got some Big Ten action. Got some MAC action, and one of the other smaller conferences, the A10 as well. So I got 3 individually sold packages on that. So you can't go wrong. Also got the NBA individually sold. But if you want all those 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly, something long term, to wet your beak. It's gonna be a phenomenal weekend. I like the slate tomorrow, so it's gonna be a lot of action for me on that. Then Sunday rolls around and we got the conference championship games. I'm going to be all over that. So it's going to be a profitable weekend. That's what I'm shooting for. But we're shooting for that every day over here at Sports Chat Place Pick Dawgz. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed with Javon. You see the great results. Get on board with Javon. Long-term pass, the way to go. Multi-cap promotions also available. You can match Javon with any of your favorite cappers on the multi-cap promotion. Save even more money there. So get on board there with Javon over at Pick Dawgz, our premium. All right, guys, I've got plays up right now. Best bet on the board right now from the NBA. Also got individual plays for my long-term subscribers. We got a long-term. I'm having a great year in the NFL this year. You may consider my 3-day all sports pass, get my hoops for this week, as well as my picks from the NFL playoffs here on Sunday. 3-day pass is a way to roll. Use promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can match me up with any of your favorite cappers with the multi-capper promotion, making it even a greater value there. Of course, we're with you here on the drive-through Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be informed, be notified when we're live to get these free picks. And also, lots of on-demand content for you over at Pick Dawgz YouTube channel. So let's see what the Cappers got brewing. Brian, what you got over on-demand over on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel and your plans for the weekend?
Well, just about to shoot my sharp betting contrarian prediction for Saturday. I got it ready to go, but I'm going to be hanging out with the guys on Sunday talking NFL playoff football. Definitely look forward to it.
Very good. Kirk, what you got over on the Pick Dawgz YouTube on-demand right now and your plans for the weekend?
Yeah, a lot of soccer going on. I mean, all 5 leagues are back. So at Free Pick, I think me, Goran, and Jack shot about almost an hour-long video. So go hop on board that today. It's out now. Go look at it if you're into some soccer picks for the weekend.
Very good. Check out a look with Kirk. We'll see what Javon's got brewing over on the YouTube channel and his plans for the weekend. If we can catch him also on the weekend show. So what you got up there? I know you got a parlay. You all put together a parlay series.
Yeah, I got the parlay series going, but nothing today. I will have a parlay for tomorrow's action, then Sunday's action as well. I'll be on the morning shows tomorrow and Sunday per usual, then back here on Monday for the drive-through, and then Sunday as well.
Very good. See what Kevin, what do you got over on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, Kevin, for tonight and your plans for the weekend?
We do the pick and a prop every night, and sometimes those props we can't get them right away, so I have to just go with what I think, and I've been pretty close at predicting what the books are going to set them at. So, and I always tell you, I give you about 2 or 3 point swing in there too. So make sure to follow that to the T, and you can't go wrong. For the weekend, I don't know. I always try to make the Sunday show, but I can never commit. I do have other obligations, but soon that'll be freeing up, and I should be a regular on the Sunday show.
Very good, guys. So check out Pick Dawgz weekend show again tomorrow, live at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, so be notified when the picks or when the plays, when the shows are live. You get the free picks in real time. All right, that's going to do it for the show, guys. Have a great weekend. We're back here Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Take the Hurricanes tomorrow, Miami Hurricanes, college basketball. I guarantee they're going to cover. They haven't covered 9 straight. Tomorrow's their day. Take them.
You and Big Al.
Oh, my God. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
come on. It's a system. It's impossible. They won't go 0-10 against us.
All right. We'll see how it rolls there. All right.